Yo, it's me, it's the SEO DD. Welcome back to the Hellraiser review series. And we're on Hellraiser Revelations. This movie's terrible. But I don't think it's as bad as Inferno. I still say that Inferno's the worst. Because for all the flaws in this movie, it was still written as a Hellraiser film. To be honest, they made it because they were going to lose, because Dimension was going to lose the rights to the Hellraiser franchise, so they made this. Doug Bradley did not return as Pinhead. It's the first film without Doug Bradley as Pinhead, and I can see why he didn't return. Although they do pay homage to him and Wes Craven, because the two main characters and their families are both, their last names are Craven and Bradley. Yay. And it tells the story of Nico Bradley and Steve Craven. I think so. And they go to Tijuana in Mexico, and they meet this woman. And they also, they get the configuration box from the hobo guy from the first one. They meet this woman. She dies for some odd reason. And it freaks them out. And then they open the configuration. And Nico is taken. But then Steven is fucking some random chick. And he gets the urge to kill her for some reason. And the blood brings Nico back. And it's basically the story of the first one. Steven is bringing women to and killing them so that Nico can take their body parts. Which, if this was the focus of the film, I think it would be alright. But this is the focus of the flashbacks within the film. Because the film starts, and when I remember the first time I watched this, I was like, fuck this. Because it starts as if it was going to be a found footage film. And you know me, I love found footage film. But the found footage they showed at the beginning of this was terribly shot. It reminded me of the first Blair Witch Project. It was like this. Extreme close-up to Nico's face. Like this. He's driving, he's talking, and it would go like this. And then just like, as he's talking to him, just go like this. And that's all it was to Nico's face. That's all it was. And then it go to Steve's face. But Steve is holding the camera, so it's going like this, and it's just fine. But as he's going into Nico, it's like real close to his face and zoom for some reason. And it's annoying. I hate it when they do found footage movies like that. And I was like, this isn't going to be the whole movie, is it? And luckily, it was not. Because then we transitioned to show that it's actually someone else watching it, and they videotape their trip to Tijuana. And yeah, so like I said, they meet this. I'm gonna sum up all the back story for the most part, all the flashback stuff. So they go to Tijuana, they meet a woman, they meet the hobo dude, they get the cube, they meet the woman. Nico is fucking a woman in the bathroom, even though he's going out with Steven's sister, and they initially picked her up for Steven, but he decides fuck it, and he's fucking her in the bathroom, and the next thing you know, she is dead, blood everywhere, and they don't really even fucking explain it. They don't. They're just like, I don't know, she died, she's dead, we were doing it, and all of a sudden she's dead. I'm like, that's not an explanation. You gotta get an explanation of why she died. And it goes from that to Nico then opening the configuration box. That's it. And then, like, he opens the box, it takes him, and then Steven decided, oh, I'm going to hook up with a random chick, none of my friends gone. And then during said hookup, he gets otherworldly messages in his head from Nico to kill her, so he does. And then Nico comes back in the mattress, because I guess when you die and come back, you come back in the mattress, like Julia, even though that's not what happened to Frank. And so now Steven has to go around and collect women so that Nico can take them in body parts. And that's very Hellraiser. I like that. That's going back to the beginning. Don't like the execution of it, but it's the idea. Now I'm going to cut to the families. The Bradley and the Craven families having dinner together. We see that there may be something going on between the sister of Steven, Emma, and the father of Nico's dad, even though she's dating Nico. I don't know. She flirts with him a little bit. And then Steven shows up again after she messes with the configuration box. Because they find the box. And they find their bags. Apparently, the police found their bags. And this has been a year since they were missing. They find the box inside. They find the camera. It took a year to find the bag. Really? Who knows? And yes, the reason I haven't finished the story, the backstory stuff, the flashback stuff, because there is a twist. And it's so stupid, but we'll get to it. Because you probably figured out if you pay attention enough. And then, as she's messing with the configuration box, Steven shows up, and he's acting very strange. He even starts making out and feeling up his own sister. And you're like, Ben, if you like that kind of stuff, those who like that kind of porno video stuff, I don't know. But it's just like, it's uncomfortable. And you're like, what? Why is she allowing it to go that far? First of all, it's weird enough that he's kissing her, but it's even weirder that she's allowing it to go that far. And then as he goes to cop a feel, and then it's just like, oh, now that's too far. Which, yeah, it would be. And then the hobo guy shows up, and the two dads go out, and Papa Craven gets his face cut off, so he's dead, and Papa Bradley gets shot. And so now they're in the house, and because Steven shoots him, and Steven reveals himself to actually be Nico. Because here's the finish of the story from the flashbacks. Steven, towards the end of it, refused to continue doing this. And so Nico decided, fuck it, I'm taking your skin. Which doesn't work, because we're showing in the first film that when he takes Larry's skin, it's not fully formed. But here, it's absolutely fully formed around his body. Here's my one problem with that. Human bone structures are not the same. Nico's skin could not form, Steven's skin would not be able to form around Nico's bone structure. It would not work. Now, that is shown to us in the first one, where it keeps falling off because it's not his skin. It doesn't work. Here, it just works for convenience sake. He then, Nico, we'll call him Nico because that's who he is. Nico forces Emma to open the configuration box so they'll take her in exchange for him. But Discount Pinhead's like, no. And takes him anyway. Both of the moms are killed because when the brunette mom speaks up, she gets chained. And then because Papa Bradley kills Nico, or Papa Craven, because Papa Bradley's the one that dies. Papa Craven kills Nico. Then Discount Pinhead decides he's taking the other mom and kills her. And what happened to the real Steven? He's been turned into Discount Pinhead Jr. Yep. He looks just even though it's the actor who played Nico in the costume. But yeah, that's what happens. And Pinhead doesn't take Emma because he senses darkness inside her. Remember this for when we do Hellraiser Judgment, because Pinhead refuses to take Emma into hell with the rest of her family because he senses a darkness inside her. Just remember that when we get to Judgment, because I'll try to remember to bring it up. But yeah, it tried to be an actual Hellraiser movie, which is why I like it better than Inferno. But it still sucks. The cinematography, it looks like a cheap-ass, independent horror film from that time. Like I've seen... I like watching some independent horror films and get some of the ideas that they have. Like Don't Hang Up. I thought that was pretty decent. Should review that soon. And some other independent, like All Hallows Eve, those movies are pretty good. So, yeah. But this one just... It's a Hellraiser movie. It's not just your run-of-the-mill independent horror film. It's in the Hellraiser franchise. And to go from... Hellworld cinematography is great. It's direct-to-video, but it's great. Go from that to this. No. And they only made it to keep the rights. So, it's just a cash grab. They did to make the rights and figured they could make some money. It's not... In fact, when I first got all my Hellraiser movies, I did a marathon. Watched all the movies in one day. I got to this one, and this was like in the middle of the night. I decided to watch something else because I couldn't get into it. I watched... Keep in mind, I had watched Inferno, Hellseeker, and Deader back to back with no problem. But this is the one that I had to watch something else because I just couldn't get through it. Inferno. And I'd already seen all the movies. I knew what I was getting into. And this is the one. But I still hate Inferno. This one's going to get a 5, because at least it tried to be a Hellraiser movie, and it's not Inferno. So I was going to get a 5. So, yeah. So what are your guys' thoughts on Hellraiser Revelations? I really want to know. Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty. I'll see you in the next one.